Algebra I 9.6a, Graphing Systems of Linear Equations. When we have two or more linear inequalities that share a common solution, they're called a system of inequalities. And remember, the solution to a set of linear equations is where their two lines intersect. It's that point that is the solution. So the solution to a set of linear inequalities is the area that is made from the intersection of two solutions. If you're confused, see the description to the link to the previous video. That'll help you, okay? And if we have x plus y is less than 3 and y minus x is greater than or equal to 4, this is the x plus y is less than 3. This is the y minus x is greater than or equal to 4. And this area right here, where they overlap, this section is the solution to this system of inequalities, this area right here, okay? It's the pink part and the brown part that would be together, okay? So what I'm going to do to help you out is I'm going to use color, and I want you to remember the color wheel. The primary colors are yellow, red, and blue. And when you mix yellow and red together, you get orange. When you mix blue and yellow together, you get green, and blue and red together, you get purple. So we're going to be doing the blue and yellow to get green, okay, to show you this, how it's solved. So it says solve this system by graphing, and we've got 2x plus y is greater than or equal to 8, and 2x minus y is greater than 1. So the first thing we do is graph the inequality 2x plus y equals 8. We do it as an equal. We can make our function table that will solve this, okay? So if we plug these numbers in for x and these numbers in for y, it'll make it equal 8. It's going to be a solid line because the original inequality is greater than or equal to. So that means it includes the points on the line. So it's solid, okay? We find a test point for a solution to locate the correct half plane that we need to shade. So we can use 0, 0. So when we solved the 2x plus y equals 8, we came up with 4 and 0. So 2 times 4 is 8 plus 0 equals 8, or 3 and 2. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 2 equals 8. So this is where we graphed our solid line at x4, y0, right here, x3, y2, okay, right here, and x2, y is 4, right here, and then we drew our solid line, see? This line is where it equals it, okay? This entire area is a representation of this inequality, okay? So just stay with me, all right? We find a test point for the solution to locate the correct half plane to shade, okay? And I explained that in the last video. So I use 0, 0, and plugging 0, 0 into this inequality came out false because 2 times 0 plus 0 is not greater than or equal to 8. So 0, 0 is not in the correct half plane. So this is the solution area, okay? That's the half plane that contains the solution. So now we do the other one. We do this one. So now we graph 2x minus y equals 1 instead of is greater than, okay? We make a function table that can solve this equation. And it's going to be a dotted line because the original inequality is a greater than sign. It's not greater than and equal to, it's just greater than, and it doesn't include the points on the line. So we're going to use a dotted line to show that solution, okay? And we find a test point for a solution to locate the correct half plane to shade blue. This one we shaded yellow, and 0, 0 is not inside that half plane. If we use 0, 0, 2 times 0 minus 0, that doesn't equal 1, so that's false. So we shade the other half plane, okay? So here's what we got. When we shaded in the blue one, we got this area. And when we shaded in the first one, the yellow one, we got this area. And what happens is when we put the blue area on top of the yellow area, we get our green area. So this green area is the solution to the system of inequalities, see? See how that happened? There's the yellow area, there's the blue area, and when we put them together, that's the solution right here for the system of inequalities. Isn't that cool? All right, the section of the coordinate plane where the two shaded areas overlap, the green area, is the solution for the system of inequalities. It's this portion right here, see? That's why yellow and blue make green, see? So using colored pencils can help, but make sure you start with lighter colors first, like yellow and pink and sky blue, because as you're doing this, you want to make a darker one for both. Okay, so if you start with lighter colors, it'll make the solution area the darker color, okay? And don't get tricked. Some systems of inequalities don't have a solution area at all. You'll do this and they won't overlap, okay? So be careful. Don't let it trick you, all right? Our next video, 9.6b, we're going to write, solve, and graph a system of inequalities word problem. And if you want a link to how to make these function tables, if you missed that, and you really should know this by now, but there'll be a link in this video's description to go back to chapter 7 to see how to do function tables for an equation. And any of the previous videos that we just did, you really should know these too, so that you're not falling behind. And if you just happened upon this video and you're not a regular subscriber that watches all the videos, you might want to watch these real quick and take a half an hour of your time, but it'll catch you up to date and you won't be so lost, okay? Because each video builds upon the previous one, okay? All right, so let's do this in a word problem and we'll actually come up with our system of inequalities, solve it, and graph it, okay? I'll see you there. Bye.